God says, "Give me these minutes, child. Do not scroll. Do not drift. Stay with me." This is not a casual whisper. This is a protective interruption, and if you skip this, you will miss what I am placing in your mind right now. The enemy wants you to believe this is just another message you can half listen to while you do 3 other things. That pull to check your phone, to open another tab, to wonder if this even matters, that is not coincidence. That is an attack on your peace. Stay. Be still. Let me speak. I am not here to shame you or rush you. I am here to cover you. Hear me. Your thoughts are loud, but my voice is stronger. Anxiety rises like a storm siren, but it is not your authority. It shouts, but it cannot command you when you stay under my covering. Right now, by staying, you are stepping beneath a shield. You are not trapped. You are not broken. You are being renewed. Child, I see how exhaustion gathers behind your eyes when your mind starts racing. I know the surge that hits your chest as if something terrible is about to happen, even when nothing has changed. I know the way you try to fix it by thinking harder, planning more, replaying conversations, scanning outcomes, only to feel more tangled than before. Listen to me with your whole heart. If you keep letting anxiety lead, you will keep bleeding strength. You will leak courage quietly, decision by decision, day by day, as if a small cut you can't find keeps draining you. But if you stay with me now, clarity will settle over you like a warm, steady weight. I am calming the waters in your mind even as you listen. The enemy will try to interrupt this work. He will press on that old habit of escape. He will whisper, "This is taking too long. You already know this. You should go." That is not insight. That is interference. Do not treat sabotage as wisdom. Honor this moment. Guard it as you would guard a door in the night. Your attention is not casual. It is surrender, and surrender is how my peace sets rule in your thoughts. Give me these minutes, and I will give you what striving has not given you. Let me make this plain because I love you. Loud is not Lord. Urgent is not always true. Anxiety is a poor teacher that pretends to protect you by predicting disaster. It is loud because it is empty of authority. My voice is calm not because I am distant, but because I am God. I do not argue with fear. I rule over it. I speak order to what has been chaotic in you, and my order brings life. When I say peace, I am not making a suggestion. I am setting a boundary your fear cannot cross when you stand with me. Right here, child. I want you to make a small choice that opens a great door. Whisper, "God, I'm listening." Let your own ears hear your surrender. Or write, "I will stay," as a sign that you choose my voice over the clamor within you. This is not performance, this is permission. I do not need your perfection, I need your yes. And your yes today is protection for your tomorrow. You have called anxiety your personality. You have called it your normal. You have even baptized it as intuition or discernment because it felt safer to pretend it was guiding you than to admit it was binding you. Child, I am not condemning you. I am freeing you. I am the one who made your nervous system, your thoughts, your emotions. I know how to steady what shakes you, so hear me again. You are not trapped. You are not broken. You are being renewed. Take a slow breath, not to earn peace, but to notice it. I am already near. Even now, the edges of panic are softening. Even now, the fog begins to thin. You may feel the weight in your shoulders ease, or you may simply feel a quiet permission to keep listening. That is me. I am establishing my voice above the noise. The enemy will not win this round. He wanted you to ignore this. He wanted you to believe that attention is nothing. But attention is the doorway of your mind, and I am standing at the door, knocking, speaking, guarding. If you turn away now, the spiral will try to collect you before this day ends. The same questions, the same torment, the same restless rewind. I do not say this to frighten you, but to tell you the truth. What you tolerate as normal has been stealing from you. But if you stay, if you remain here for these few minutes, you will feel a measurable shift before this day is done. Your thoughts will not disappear, but they will no longer dictate. My voice will lead, and your mind will follow. I am healing you, not just your body, your thoughts, your memories, the reflexes that push you into panic before you even have words for it. I am not finished with you, and I will not be rushed away by the next distraction. Many cry out for peace and then run from the very stillness where peace is born. Do not run. Stay. Let me do what your strategies could not. Every second you remain here is an act of spiritual protection. You are covering your mind under my hand. You are not forgotten. You are seen. You are mine. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. And because you are mine, your thoughts will not rule over you. I will. My truth will. My peace will. I am reclaiming your inner room, and I am placing a guard at the gate. Child, you have already begun. You stayed. You said yes. Keep saying it. Whisper it again. God, I'm listening. Write it if you need to. I will stay. Let this be the mark of a turning point, the moment where loudness lost its throne and my voice took its rightful place. Stay with me, and I will carry you from noise to knowing, from panic to peace, from striving to stillness. I am here. I am stronger than the storm within you, and I am not letting go. Child, I have seen the spiral you hide from everyone. Do not look away. Let me put words to what robs you in the quiet so you will stop confusing your struggle with who you are. I see the way your heart starts racing for no clear reason, how your chest tightens as if an invisible hand presses against you. I see you scan the room, the street, the future, for something to fix, because if you can fix something, maybe the panic will loosen. I see the what if that loops like a broken bell. What if they're upset? What if I failed? What if it all falls apart? And how that bell rings loudest at night when the lights are low and your body begs for rest. I have watched you lie awake making maps of disasters that never happened, tracing exits for problems that have not arrived. You call it being prepared, but inside you are tired, so very tired. You smile in the morning when you must. You say, I'm fine, with practiced skill, but your hands shake when you pour the coffee and you wonder if today will be the day the mask falls. You replay conversations, reading motives into pauses and punctuation, rereading messages to spot the danger you fear is hiding between the lines. You rehearse explanations you may never need, and you apologize in advance to avoid the unknown. This is the spiral, child, and I see it. I see the moment you clutch at your chest and take a long breath in the bathroom so no one will notice. I see the way you grip the steering wheel at a red light because your thoughts started running on a track you didn't choose. I see you put your phone down, then pick it up again as if answers could be scrolled into being. I see the long showers to hide tears. I see the dread that greets you before your feet touch the floor. I see the voice that says, don't burden them, they wouldn't understand. And I see the other voice that says, if you really trusted God, you wouldn't feel this. Hear me. I am not here to accuse you. I am here to heal you. I am naming what haunts you because once it is named, it loses the power to define you. You feel anxious at times, but you are not anxiety. You experience fear, but you are not fear. You have thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. The swirl in your mind is a storm, but storms are weather, not identity. Your mind has learned patterns, but patterns are not destiny. Your nervous system has reflexes, but reflexes are not rulers. You are my child, chosen, known, and being renewed. The enemy has lied to you. He has taken fear and dressed it up as wisdom. He has made panic sound like intuition. He has suggested that vigilance is the only way to be safe, that your mind is your master and peace is impossible for you. He wants you to think, This is just who I am. I'm the anxious one. That is a prison sentence spoken over a soul I have called free. I break that sentence in my name. The voice that declares, always anxious, always on edge, never enough, does not come from me. My voice may convict, but it never condemns you to despair. My voice leads you out. My voice brings order, mercy, and light. You are exhausted from fighting thoughts you think you should not be having. You feel ashamed when the wave rises again, as if your faith failed when your heart pounded. Listen to me. Your faith is not a switch that turns off all feelings. Your faith is a hand that reaches for mine when the feelings surge. And you have been reaching, even when you feared it didn't count. The whisper you make before sleep, "Help me," is heard. The decision to show up even while shaking is seen. The choice to breathe and say, "God, I'm trying," is a seed I honor. I do not despise your small yes. I multiply it. Let me separate you from the storm. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a person I love. Your sensitivity is not your enemy. It just needs my covering. Your capacity to foresee is not a curse. It must be trained under my peace. Your caution is not cowardice. It must be led by my counsel, not driven by terror. The alarm bells in your body are signals, not sovereigns. They can alert you without owning you. They can sound, and you can stay with me. I am healing you, not only the symptoms, the racing heart, the tight chest, the clenched jaw, the restless scanning, but the root reflex beneath them, the agreement that says, fear must lead to keep me safe. I am breaking that agreement and writing a new one. My peace protects me, and my truth leads me. I am reclaiming the ground where worry built its nest. I am placing my banner over your mind. Child, what has felt like a life sentence is not a throne you must serve. It is a battlefield, and I do not send you to fight alone. I go before you. I stand beside you. I train your hands for this war, and I teach your mind to bow to my word. The loop that drags you downward will be interrupted. The spiral will be exposed and then dismantled. You will learn to notice the swell early and anchor quickly. You will not always feel like you do right now. You will not always measure your day by how much you manage to hide. Do not let shame speak louder than my promise. Shame says, you should be past this. I say, walk with me through this. Shame says, you are weak. I say, you are being made strong. Shame says, you're behind. I say, I am right on time. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. And because you are mine, your mind is not permitted to govern you with tyranny. It will be brought under the rule of my peace. Place your hand over your heart for a moment and breathe with me, not to earn anything, but to agree with me. Say softly, even if your voice trembles, I am not my thoughts. I belong to God. Let your own ears hear truth replacing the lie. When fear shouts, it seems like leadership, but true leadership carries peace, clarity, and order. That is my voice. That is the sound you will learn to follow. I am not embarrassed by your struggle. I am not surprised by your spiral. I am not backing away from the places you feel most out of control. I am moving toward them. I am stepping into the room you hide and turning on the light. I am showing you the patterns so that you will not be owned by them. Where your mind has been a runaway horse, I will teach it to rest. Where your thoughts have been scattered, I will gather them. Where your peace has been thin as paper, I will thicken it with my presence until it holds like shield and shelter. Stay with me. This naming is not to shame you, it is to free you. You do not have to perform calm to be loved by me. You are loved right now in the middle of this, and because you are loved, you will not stay in this place. I will show you what to do in the moments the loop begins. I will train you to answer counterfeit voices with truth. I will teach you to interrupt the spiral and return to me again and again until returning becomes your new reflex. This is not fantasy, it is renewal, and it has already begun. You will look back and see that the day the spiral was named was the day its authority began to fall, not because you became stronger than fear on your own, but because you agreed that fear is not your master and peace is not out of reach. Child, lift your head. You are not your anxiety. You are mine. I am with you in the after-midnight hours, in the crowded rooms, in the quiet drives, in every place the loop tries to start. I am here and I am not letting go. Child, listen. Your mind is a battlefield, not a throne. Do not crown your thoughts as kings. Do not let your feelings wear royal garments. Thoughts can be arrows. Feelings can be alarms. But neither is a ruler over a child who belongs to me. Your identity does not sit inside your latest thought. Your worth is not measured by your strongest feeling. Your name is not decided by the weather in your head. Your identity is seated with me, kept, guarded, named, beloved, and from that seat my truth rules, not your reactions. You have been treating every thought like a commander and every sensation like a commandment. Hear me with care. A thought can arrive like a bird across your field, but you are not guilty unless you invite it to nest and you call its voice truth. Intrusive thoughts are not sin, they are temptation at the door. Agreement is when you take that thought by the hand, bring it into your inner room and let it define your vision, your choices, your hope. The knock is not your fault. The key you hand it. That is where authority is either surrendered to fear or returned to me. I am teaching you to tell the difference. Temptation speaks with pressure, panic, and an urgent demand to act without me. Agreement happens when you say, "This must be true because it is loud." Child, loud is not Lord. Urgent is not always true. Pressing does not equal prophetic. My voice may come softly, but it carries weight, order, and peace. When you feel a surge, do not bow. Look to me. Do not say, "This is who I am." Say, "This is a thought at my door, and I will take it captive under your truth." You ask, "But how, God?" The thoughts are steady, and the feelings are strong. I answer you, transformation does not come by denial. It comes by renewal. I do not ask you to pretend you never have a fearful thought. I train you to replace it, to return it, to refuse its crown. I teach you to be transformed as your mind is renewed. Steady exchange, thought by thought, moment by moment, replacing counterfeit messages with my word, replacing catastrophes with my counsel, replacing panic's pictures with my promises. Renewal is not one loud prayer that flips a switch forever. It is a daily, courageous appointment with me where your mind learns a new rhythm. Hear, notice, surrender, replace, obey. Know the enemy's pattern so you can expose it. He repeats a fear until it begins to sound like prophecy. He whispers, "It will happen." You know it will. You've felt this before, and he loops that lie until your nervous system reads it as fact. That is not foresight. That is conditioning. That is not wisdom. That is warfare. He takes yesterday's ache and projects it onto tomorrow's sky so that you carry storms you were never meant to carry. I call it what it is, a counterfeit voice. It mimics concern but lacks peace. It mimics logic but produces confusion. It mimics urgency but erodes trust. When you hear it, do not negotiate. Name it, refuse it, return to me. Child, your mind is where the fight happens, but your mind is not where your identity sits. The field is contested, but the throne is settled. You are mine. You are not defined by the battle you are in. You are defined by the one who stands with you in it. Let this settle into you. Peace is not the absence of trouble. Peace is my presence governing you in the middle of trouble. You may hear the arrows whistle. You may feel the alarms ring, but under my rule, they will not command your steps. Under my rule, they become information, not incarceration. A storm can rage around you while a stillness grows within you, because I am with you and I am not shaken. I will not leave you at the mercy of your reactions. I am teaching your mind to bow. That surge that used to sweep you away, I am training you to meet it at the door. You will learn to say, "This is an arrow, not a decree. This is an alarm, not a king." And you will bring it under my name. You will watch as the intensity that once felt sovereign loses its crown in the light of my presence. This is not a fantasy. This is discipleship of your inner life. This is the renewing of your mind under my hand. I want you to understand what agreement feels like so you can break it quickly. Agreement often slides in with a sentence that begins, "I always," "I never." It's inevitable. It won't change. I'm just the anxious one. Those are contracts written in the ink of fear. Tear them up. Replace them with what I say. I am with you. I am renewing you. I give you peace that holds. I set a guard over your mind. When you align your words with mine, you are not performing. You are taking ground. You are canceling permissions you once gave to panic to sit in your throne room. Notice the texture of my voice so you can follow it. My voice brings peace that coexists with process. My voice corrects without crushing. My voice produces clarity even when the path is narrow. My voice does not hurry you into isolation. It invites you into communion. When a thought drives you into secrecy and shame, know this, that is not my shepherding. I lead you beside still waters even when the valley is shadowed. I anoint your head with oil, even while enemies are near. I do not need the field to be empty to make you safe. I need your agreement to place me at the center. Do not be surprised that battle still rises. Human minds are fields that grow what is sown and watered. For years, fear has sown seeds and rehearsed pathways. Renewal is watering new seed until new pathways become your default. When the old root lights up, do not despair. This is your opportunity to practice loyalty to my peace. Each return to me is a blow against the old stronghold. Each refusal to crown a panic thought is a brick removed from the fortress that held you. Child, lift your head. I am not asking you to become a statue who feels nothing. I am calling you to become a steward whose feelings report to my peace. Alarms are not evil. They are signals that you can bring to me. Arrows are not the end. They are chances to raise your shield and say, "Not allowed to define me." Your mind will not tyrannize your destiny. I am setting rule here. I am teaching you to pause, to test, to submit, to replace, and then to walk forward. The field will still be a field, but the flag at the center will be mine. If you keep treating panic as prophecy, it will continue to harvest your strength. But if you learn this holy pause, this refusal to enthrone what only knocks, you will notice a shift. Before this day ends, there will be moments when a thought rises and you will feel a new choice open. Take it. Choose me over the noise. Whisper, "Your truth rules me." This is how the battle yields. This is how peace becomes not a momentary feeling, but a government inside you. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not at the mercy of your reactions. You are under the mercy of your Father. And because you are mine, your mind is becoming a servant of my peace, not a master of fear. Stay with me in this training. Let me keep renewing, replacing, reteaching. The throne is settled, the battle is being won, and I am not letting go. Child, lean closer. We are going to separate voices. Stop calling it intuition when it is fear. Stop baptizing panic as wisdom. The enemy has been slipping a counterfeit into your inner room, and because it felt familiar, you called it being realistic. But anxious forecasting is not prudence. It is a rehearsal of disaster that pretends to protect you while it drains your courage. My discernment does not sound like a siren. My counsel does not push you to scramble for control. My voice carries peace and order, even when I ask you to act quickly. Not every loud thought is direction. Not every alarm is leadership. Hear me, loud is not Lord. Peace is the mark of my leading. Test the fruit, child. My voice produces clarity you can walk in, conviction that is steady, not frantic, and a peace that anchors you while you move. Fear produces haste that makes you clumsy, dread that shrinks your world, confusion that scatters your focus, and compulsion that says, do something, anything, just make the feeling stop. My voice will never require you to betray truth to feel safe. It will not bully you into isolation to preserve an image. It will not mock you, rush you into secrecy, or make you lie to keep the peace. When I lead, there is order. One step, then the next. There is today's portion, not tomorrow's hoard. There is daily bread, not a lifetime of imagined meals stacked in a panic-stored barn. When a thought rises, hold it to the light and ask these questions with me. Does this thought lead me to prayer or to panic? Does it move me toward obedience or toward avoidance? Does it open my hands in trust or clamp them in control? Does it pull me into honest connection or drive me into hiding? Does it give me a clear next step or demand 100 steps at once? Does it remember that I am with you, or does it erase me and make you the only protector you have? The answers reveal the root. The fruit reveals the tree. Recognize counterfeit urgency. Anxiety screams, now, fix it now, explain yourself now, apologize for existing now, decide forever now, prove you are safe now. It gives you a stopwatch and calls it discernment. I do not lead with a stopwatch. I lead with a lamp for your feet. One step. Today's step. I order your day in portions you can carry. When I ask you to move quickly, it will not feel like a shove into chaos. It will carry a strange steadiness, an assurance that while the moment is narrow, I am wide around you. Fast in my will is never frantic. Urgent under my hand is never unmoored. Listen to me in the moment the pressure rises. Do not bow to the now that feels like a cliff edge. Practice the holy pause we have begun. Breathe. Put your hand over your heart if you need to. Say, Father, is this you? Ask the questions. Let the rush settle. If it is me, the path will simplify. If it is fear, the list will multiply, and the dread will grow heavier with every imagined outcome. Do not run errands for dread. Do not obey a voice that cannot offer you peace. I see the places this hits your daily life. You feel a surge to send the frantic text to make sure they are not upset. Child, that is not my leading. It is the fear of rejection trying to negotiate safety. You feel pressure to research symptoms for hours to prove you are not in danger. That is not my counsel. It is compulsion wearing a lab coat. You feel a need to preemptively apologize for what you have not done. That is not conviction. It is shame trying to prevent abandonment. My voice may tell you to make a call, to ask forgiveness, to schedule an appointment, to rest, to step out, but it will do so with clarity that restores dignity and peace that steadies your breath. Let me teach you some simple markers. My voice brings you to me first. Fear keeps you from me until after you've spun yourself out. My voice narrows your focus to what is yours to do today. Fear widens your focus to everything that could go wrong for years. My voice builds trust through small, faithful steps. Fear demands grand guarantees before you take any step. My voice invites community and counsel. Fear isolates you so it can keep whispering unchallenged. My voice honors your body and your limits. Fear abuses both in the name of survival. I am breaking the agreement that called fear your guide. Right now, choose with me. Say aloud, even if it trembles on your tongue, I reject fear disguised as guidance. Say it again, slowly, I reject fear disguised as guidance. Add this, I renounce anxious forecasting. I receive the peace of God as my teacher. I choose the one step you give me today. These are not magic words, they are covenant words. You are signing a new contract with your mouth, canceling permissions you once gave to panic. Child, you may ask, but what if I ignore a real warning? Hear my tenderness. I do not play hide and seek with your safety. I am a good shepherd. When I need to warn you, I know how to reach you. I do not require you to live in dread in order to be protected. Do you trust me to lead? Then allow me to retrain your instincts. You are learning to recognize my voice and to refuse the stranger. You are learning to take thoughts captive, not to entertain them as captains. Before this day ends, you will face a choice point. A loud thought will present itself as a leader. You will feel the familiar pull to act fast, to fix, to manage. In that moment, pause. Ask the questions. Feel my peace rise like a weight in the center of you. Choose the ordered step, not the anxious sprint. You will sense compulsion loosen as you submit to my order. This is not denial, this is dominion, my peace establishing government in your inner life. Stay with me. This is discernment training, not a single test you pass once. We will practice it in the store aisle, in your car, in the late-night quiet, in the conversation that triggers your reflex to over-explain. I am with you in each place. I am steadying your hands. I am clarifying your hearing. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not led by fear. You are led by my spirit. And because you are mine, not every loud thought will move you. My voice will, my order will, my peace will. Child, listen closely. Renewal begins here, in the moment the loop tries to start. You cannot reason with a spiral while you are obeying it. The more you chase it, the faster it runs. The first move is not analysis. The first move is interruption. Stop, breathe. Submit the moment to me. Do not let the world draft you into its wind. Step out of the current and stand with me. Stay with me now. Give me these minutes. Do not scroll. This is not a casual tip. This is a weapon. If you keep doing what you always do when the wave rises, you will get what you've always gotten. But if you interrupt right at the onset, you will feel the authority shift. Interrupting the loop is not ignoring reality. It is refusing to let fear be your reality maker. It is choosing my government over your panic. Here is your pause liturgy. Simple, strong, present with me. Place your hand over your heart if you can. Inhale slowly and say, Jesus. Exhale slowly and say, I trust you. Again, inhale, Jesus. Exhale, I trust you. One more time. Inhale, Jesus. Exhale, I trust you. Child, this is not performance. This is permission. You are inviting me to govern your breath, your body, your brain. You are telling your alarm system, stand down, the shepherd is here. Even if your feelings lag behind, say it. The words create room. The breath creates space. My peace fills the space you give me. While you breathe, we will capture the thought. You have heard it said to take thoughts captive. That is not to torture yourself with scrutiny. It is to examine what is trying to govern you. A thought knocks, a feeling rushes in, an image flashes, and you stop and say, you are not my king. Present yourself for inspection in the light of God's truth. You become the gatekeeper of your inner city instead of a prisoner tossed by its rumors. Here is the pattern, 3 steps. We will practice this until it becomes your new reflex. Step 1. Identify the lie. Speak it plainly. Do not dress it in wisdom's clothes. The lie says, I am not safe unless I control everything. The lie says, they are angry, and it will all fall apart. The lie says, my body is doomed, I won't make it. The lie says, I am too much, too late, not enough. When you drag a lie into the open, it loses the mystique of inevitability. It is just a sentence that must bow. Step 2. Name the fear beneath it. Ask your heart, what are you trying to protect? And tell the truth to me. I am afraid of rejection. I am afraid of loss. I am afraid of sickness. I am afraid of failing. Naming the fear is not agreement with it. It is handing it to me. When you name the fear, you stop fighting shadows and put the real concern in my hands. Step 3. Replace it with my promise language, not wishful thinking. My truth declared over you. Speak it out. You are with me. You steady me. Your peace guards me. You order my steps. You provide what today needs. You are my healer and my helper. I am not alone. You have not given me a spirit of fear. You are giving me power, love, and a sound mind. These are not slogans, they are swords. Say them slowly. Let your own ears hear them. Words shape the room within you. Practice it now with me. The surge says, send the frantic text right now or you'll lose them. Identify the lie. My worth is at risk if they misunderstand me. Name the fear. I am afraid of being rejected. Replace it. Father, you secure me in love. I am led by your peace, not by panic. Give me the right time and the right words, or give me silence that honors truth. Breathe. Jesus, I trust you. Feel the compulsion loosen. Another moment. The ache in your body whispers, this is the beginning of the worst. Identify the lie. I am doomed to disaster. Name the fear. I am afraid of sickness and helplessness. Replace it. You are the one who carries me. You teach me to care for this body with wisdom and peace. Today I will do what is mine to do and trust you with what I cannot see. Breathe again. Jesus, I trust you. Watch the catastrophic future shrink back to the size of today with me in it. One more. Money questions rise, and the loop starts to race. I will not have enough. I will be ashamed. Identify the lie. Provision depends solely on my frantic striving. Name the fear. I am afraid of lack and humiliation. Replace it. You are my provider. You teach me diligence without dread. I will take the step you show me today and refuse the imagined debts of tomorrow. Inhale. Jesus. Exhale. I trust you. Do you feel the ground coming back under your feet? Child, the enemy will try to interrupt this very practice. Your phone will buzz. A stray thought will mock you. This is silly. It won't work. That is not coincidence. That is warfare. Do not yield your minutes. Persevere. This is how your mind learns a new allegiance. I don't need your perfection. I need your permission. Give me your next breath. Give me your next thought. Give me your next response. As you practice, make the process small and honest. You do not have to win the whole day at once. Win the next minute. Interrupt the next loop. Capture the next thought. Replace the next lie. Take the next step. Renewal happens in these inches that become miles. Every time you stop and breathe and submit, you are rerouting old roads. Every time you identify, name, and replace, you are lowering anxiety's voice and amplifying mine. You say, what if the loop starts at 2 a.m. when I am half asleep? Child, even then, whisper the liturgy. If you can't form the words, say, my name on your inhale, and let your exhale be a sigh that says, yours. If the thought is sticky and keeps returning, do not panic about the persistence. Persist in the pattern. Sometimes you will need to get out of bed, place your feet on the floor, and speak the replacement aloud. Sometimes you will need to write it. Lie, fear, promise. Your pen becomes a plow that turns the soil of your mind. And I will meet you there. I am not grading you. I am guiding you. You will notice even this week that the time between the surge and the surrender gets shorter. You will notice that the intensity that used to sweep you away now pauses at your gate. That pause is the space where my peace plants its flag. Guard that space. Choose me there. Before this day ends, you will interrupt a loop and feel the weight shift. Mark it. Say, this is what renewal feels like. Small, steady, holy. Now declare your allegiance with me. Write it as a stake in the ground. Comment, my mind belongs to God. Not for show, for sealing. This is authority transfer. This is you saying, no more enthroning of panic, no more crowning of catastrophe. My thoughts will report to your peace. Say it with your mouth where you are. My mind belongs to God. Child, I am proud of your yes. I am tender with your tremble. I am fierce over your freedom. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not led by compulsion. You are led by my voice. Keep the liturgy. Keep the capture. Keep the 3 steps. Submit the moment to me. This is how you win, one interruption at a time, until your mind is no longer a master of fear, but a servant of my peace. Stay with me. We are not done. I am not letting go. Child, lean in. Hear me with your whole heart. You don't need control. You need covering. Control has been your plan to stop pain before it arrives, to prevent rejection before it speaks, to outpace loss before it can touch you. You thought if you could anticipate every detail, rehearse every conversation, scan every face, you could finally rest. But rest has not come, has it? Because control can only keep you moving. It cannot keep you safe. It is a counterfeit protector. My covering is what you are reaching for. I saw when the need for control was born in you. I remember the phone call that changed everything. The way your stomach dropped and your world tilted. I remember the slammed door and the hot shame of being blamed for what you did not break. I remember the promise that was made to you and then ripped away without warning. I remember the teacher who humiliated you when you were trying your best, the parent whose silence felt like exile, the friend who turned cold and never told you why. These moments trained your nervous system to be on watch, to guard against surprise, to overperform so you wouldn't be punished for being human. Anxiety offered to be your bodyguard. It said, I'll keep you safe if you keep me in charge. You let it sit at your door. But child, the guard dog has been biting its owner. Look at your days, the checking and rechecking, the apologizing for existing, the compulsive rehearsals, the scanning of rooms for danger. You call it being careful, but it has been costly. The dog barks at every rustle. It attacks even the ones who love you. It keeps you awake while the house stands quiet. You are exhausted. You are bruised by your own protector. Control cannot comfort you. It only commands you. It cannot heal your past. It only threatens your present. I am offering you a safer protection, my covering. My presence is a roof over your mind and a guard around your heart. My wisdom teaches you when to move, when to wait, when to speak, and when to be silent. My timing is not a tease. It is a shield you often don't see until you look back. I do not ask you to live with your fists up. I ask you to live under my hand. Let me in, even now. Release your jaw, drop your shoulders, unclench your hands, loosen the space behind your eyes. Take a slow breath with me. Inhale and whisper, Father. Exhale and say, cover me, again. Father, cover me. You may feel tears or a warmth settling through your chest, or simply a quiet that wasn't there a moment ago. Do not resist it. That is me, tending the places where you braced. I am not just correcting your thoughts. I am soothing the ache in your body that learned to be on guard. I am unwinding old knots of fear, the startle in your bones, the panic that hid in your breath. Hear me, you were punished for mistakes in the past, but I am not a punisher. I correct to restore, not to shame. I instruct to equip, not to expose. In my house, failure is not exile. It is a lesson inside my arms. You do not have to predict every outcome to be safe with me. You do not have to laugh off your needs or shrink to keep peace. You are covered when you are honest. You are covered when you are weak. You are covered when you do not know what to do next. Let me reframe what protection really is. Protection in your old way meant never being surprised. Protection with me means never being alone, even when surprises come. Protection in your old way meant pleasing everyone so no one leaves. Protection with me means I anchor you in love that does not leave, so other people's storms don't drown you. Protection in your old way meant reading the future with dread. Protection with me means walking today with a lamp bright enough for this step. There is a reason your body has been braced. It remembers being blindsided. But I am standing at your door now. You do not need to watch every window. I am the watchman who doesn't sleep. You do not need to rehearse every sentence. I am the wisdom that will meet you in the moment you need it. You do not need to keep spinning to hold the world together. I hold it and I hold you. Practice this exchange with me. When the urge to over-explain rises in a conversation, feel it, name it, and then choose the simple, truthful sentence and stop. I will cover you. When you reach for your phone to check again and again, place it face down, breathe, and say, Father, cover this, I will. When the compulsion to apologize for existing shows up, pause and ask, am I seeking safety through surrendering dignity? If yes, step back under my covering. I will protect both your humility and your honor. When the ache in your body threatens a spiral, do what is wise, but refuse to call catastrophe a prophecy. Let me cover your health with peace and instruction, not panic and punishment. Child, I can feel you asking, but if I don't control it, what if I am hurt again? I answer you with tenderness and truth. Hurt is possible in a fallen world, but abandonment is not possible for a child under my covering. Loss may visit, but it will not define you. Betrayal may sting, but it will not own you. Mistakes may happen, but they will not banish you. My covering does not promise a life with no weather. It promises a home that stands in every weather. I am the place you are safe to be human. If you cling to control, you will keep losing your peace to the very guard that swore to preserve it. If you accept my covering, you will feel a new ease return to your breath. Decisions will come without panic rush. Love will no longer require self-erasure to survive. I am not asking you to be careless. I am training you to be cared for. I am not removing your agency. I am removing the terror from your agency. Obedience will replace overmanagement. Trust will replace tension. Conversation will replace guesswork. Rest will replace rehearsals that never end. Right now, let us do this together. Put your hand over your heart. Say with me, I lay down my need to control. I receive your covering. Again slowly, I lay down my need to control. I receive your covering. Add this covenant. I will take the step you give me today and leave the outcomes in your hands. These words are not magic. They are surrender. They move you from the doorway where the guard dog paces to the table where I feed you without fear. Before this day ends, you will notice a sign of covering. Your jaw will relax where it usually stays clenched. Your breath will deepen where it usually holds. Your hands will open where they usually grip. Mark it. That is not apathy. That is safety. I am teaching your body the feel of being protected by me. Lift your chin, child. Under my covering, you are not waiting for the next hit. You are walking with me into the next hour. You are not forced to outguess the future. You are invited to obey in peace. You are not a hostage of what happened before. You are a steward of what I am doing now. Listen to me declare this over you, and let it settle like a mantle across your shoulders. You are not unsafe. You are not alone. You are covered. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not held by fear. You are held by your Father. Stay with me beneath my wing. Every time the old reflex to control rises, step under my hand and say, "Cover me, I will. I am covering your mind, your name, your steps, your sleep, and I am not letting go." Child, stay with me beneath my covering and remember the ones I carried when fear was justified. I am not asking you to pretend the wind is gentle when it howls, or to deny the ache that tightens your chest. I am asking you to see through the storm to the one who commands it. Give me these minutes. Do not let distraction steal this. The enemy will try to make you wander right now because memory is a weapon. When you remember, your fear loses its throne. Think of the sea at night. Black water, hard wind, the boat groaning, hands blistered from the oars. Some of those men were fishermen. They knew storms. They could smell danger. Fear was not irrational. The waves were real. And where was I? In the same boat, not pacing, not panicked, at rest. My rest was not indifference. It was authority at peace. And when they could not hold it together any longer, they did the holiest thing. They turned toward me. They did not perform courage. They cried out. That cry was not failure to believe. That cry was faith reaching for me through the roar. Hear me. Peace did not come because the wind suddenly respected their skill. Peace came because they brought their fear to me, and I stood over the storm that stood over them. I addressed the thing that terrified them, and it bowed. I did not scold them for trembling. I met them in it and then trained them beyond it. I showed them that the water under the boat and the air above their heads were still under my voice. Child, that is how I carry you. I am in the boat with you. If the vessel is taking on water, do not pretend it isn't. Wake me with your prayer. Turn toward me. Let me stand over what threatens to stand over you. My authority has not changed just because the waves have risen. And remember the night a disciple stepped out to meet me on those same waters. He did not walk because the wind died down first. He walked because his eyes were locked on me. When he shifted his gaze to the gust and the spray, he sank, not because the storm grew stronger, but because his focus surrendered. And still I reached for him. I did not let him drown in the lesson. I held him, trained him, and brought him back into the boat. Look at me, not the waves. That is not a scolding, that is rescue instruction. This is how fear becomes a place of encounter instead of a pit of despair. Think of Hannah. Year after year, the ache did not lift. She knew the sting of delay, the sharp edge of comparison, the social shame that whispered she was less. Her emotions were real. Tears at the table, silence in rooms that expected smiles, a heart that felt like it might break under the weight of hope deferred. Even the one appointed to minister to her misread her pain in a moment, mistaking her quiet for something it wasn't. I saw every misunderstanding, I counted every tear, and still notice what she did. She carried her sorrow into my presence and poured it out where I could hold it. Her prayer did not erase her humanity, it offered her humanity to my hands. She did not negotiate a life of numbness to survive the weight. She surrendered her future to me with a vow I would shape and fulfill. Do you remember what shifted first? Not her circumstances in that very moment, but her countenance. Her face changed before her future did. That is what my peace does. It reaches into the ache before the answer appears and gives you a portion of tomorrow's joy as strength for today. I did not shame her for longing. I received her longing as worship when she brought it to me. Child, your tears are not a mark of unbelief when you weep in my presence. They are offerings that I collect. Your waiting is not wasted when it lives in dialogue with me. Let your prayer be the doorway to surrender, not a hallway to despair. Remember David, too. He knew caves and chase, jealous spears and sudden betrayals. He knew the tightness in the back of the throat when danger feels close enough to taste. He felt the dryness of a soul that had sung but now could only whisper. Fear visited him honestly, but do you see what he learned to do? He began to speak to his own soul. He refused to be bossed by adrenaline. He addressed the storm inside with truth about who I am. Soul, he would tell himself in his own words, you will not set the tempo. You will remember. You will hope. You will praise again. He trained his inner world to answer to my character rather than to the latest report. That was not denial. That was leadership, governing the self under my rule. This is what I am teaching you. The evidence of your faith is not the absence of fear. It is your turn toward me while fear is present. The disciples turned in the roar. Hannah turned in the ache. David turned in the chase. Their bodies shook, their thoughts raced, their hearts ached. I did not despise them for it. I redirected them. Look at me, not the waves. Pour it out here, not into despair. Speak to your soul, not from it. Child, do you see? I am consistent. I am patient. I am strong for you when you feel small. You say, but my storm is different. Listen, storms dress themselves in different clothes. Water, words, diagnoses, empty chairs, overdue bills. But they are all the same in this way. They try to convince you that I am small and they are final. They are not final. I am not small. I am the same God who stood in a wooden boat and addressed the sea, the same God who listened to a weeping woman until her shoulders dropped and her face softened, the same God who anointed a trembling singer to become a steady king. I am your God. I am in your boat. I am in your waiting. I am in your cave, and I am not letting go. Stay with me now. The enemy will suggest that these are old stories with no power for a modern mind. That's not reason. That's warfare. He wants to separate you from your lineage so he can convince you that you are the first to face what you face. You are not the first. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are part of a long line of hearts that learned to breathe under pressure because I met them where they were. Receive their witness. Let it ring in your bones. If I carried them when fear shouted its case, I will carry you while fear makes its speech. Fear can present evidence. It cannot render the verdict. My peace decides. So here is what you will do when the next wave rises. You will turn, even if turning feels like a crawl. Turn with your eyes, with your breath, with your whispered, Jesus, cover me. You will let the cry come if it needs to. You will choose the holy honesty of the disciples. We cannot do this without you. You will choose the pouring out of Hannah. Here is the ache. Here is the vow. I trust your timing and your heart. You will choose the self-address of David. Soul, remember, we will praise again. We will trust again. And as you turn, you will sense it. The shift that happened on the sea, the change that crossed Hannah's face, the steadiness that visited David in the cave. It will come. I am not teasing you with tales. I am testifying to your future. Child, hear my promise. Your story is not ending in defeat. The chapter you are in may be storm dark, tear wet, cave cold, but the page will turn beneath my hand. Before this day ends, I will give you a sign of remembrance, a verse recalled, a breath that deepens, a thought that quiets, a conversation where you speak from trust instead of terror. Mark it. Say, you are with me in the boat. You are with me in the wait. You are with me in the cave. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not sinking. You are carried. Lift your eyes. Fix them again. Let your prayer become the pathway, your confession the rudder, your worship the anchor. Look at me, not the waves. Pour it out here, not into the spiral. Speak to your soul, not from your fear. I am the one who silences storms, receives tears, and steadies kings. And I am here now with you. Stay under my covering, child. The same arms that held them are holding you. Child, stay with me. Give me these minutes. Do not drift. The enemy would rather you nod at truth than practice it. That pull to skim, to hurry, to say, I already know this, is not random. That is warfare. I am moving you from knowing to doing, from concept to confession. Anxiety survives on repeated lies. Renewal begins when you repeatedly agree with my truth instead. I am going to expose 3 lies that keep circling your mind, and I will put my words in your mouth to break them. This is not performance. This is permission. Your agreement invites my peace to govern your inner world. Lie number 1. Something bad is about to happen. Feel how that sentence perches at the edge of your day. It steals the color from good moments, turns normal silence into omen, makes every unknown feel like a cliff. It trains you to live braced, to scan the horizon for punishment. It pulls you out of this moment with me and throws you into a tomorrow I have not asked you to carry. But child, hear my truth. I go before you. I am already standing in the places you have not walked yet. I prepare what you cannot foresee. I have lined the road with mercies you will only recognize when you arrive. You are not walking uncovered. You are walking under my hand. Say it out loud with me now, slowly, so your ears hear it and your body believes it. Father, you go before me. You prepare my way. I refuse dread. I choose your covering. I will live this hour with you, not the next hour without you. Again, you go before me. You prepare my way. I am not walking uncovered. Let the words settle. Feel how they interrupt the drumbeat of doom. I am not calling you to denial. I am calling you to trust. Plan with me, yes. Walk in wisdom, yes. But refuse the counterfeit comfort of predicting pain to feel prepared. Dread does not protect you. My presence does. Lie number 2, you can't handle it. Listen to the old recordings behind that line. The day you froze and felt ashamed. The task that proved too big. The moment your voice shook and someone laughed. Those memories built a case that says, you are small and always will be. Shame added a sentence. And you are alone in your smallness. Child, this is not how I speak. My truth answers you. With me, you can face what this day requires. My strength meets you in weakness. I do not pile assignments on your shoulders without sending help to your hands. As you ask, I supply. As you obey, I multiply. Capacity grows in the steps, not in the shadows of fear. Courage is not the absence of tremble. It is the presence of my power in it. Put it in your mouth now. Say, with you I can face what comes. Your strength meets me where I am weak. You supply what I lack as I ask and obey. Again, I am not alone in this. I am upheld. I am helped. Feel how this contradicts the panic that says, I must pre-prove I'm enough or I will fail. You do not have to pre-prove anything. I am not asking you to perform perfection. I am asking you to take the next faithful step. I will meet you in motion. When you reach the edge of what you can carry, you will discover it is the beginning of where I carry you. I am your sufficiency. I am your helper. I am your steady hand when yours begins to shake. Lie number 3. This feeling means it's true. Anxiety says, if it feels urgent, it is urgent. If it feels dangerous, it is dangerous. If it feels final, it is final. But your feelings, precious as they are signals, not scriptures. They can alert you. They cannot anoint themselves as truth. They are weather, not the climate of your identity. They rise and fall with hormones, with sleep, with memories that have not yet been tended. I do not shame your feelings. I shepherd them. I invite them to speak to me, and I instruct them to stand down when they try to govern you. My word, my character, my promises, my voice is the final authority over your mind. Now, speak this with me. My feelings can speak, but they do not decide. Your truth rules me. Your peace is my governor. Again, I welcome feelings as signals. I follow your word as my guide. When a surge hits and your body says, "This is proof," pause and ask, what is this feeling signaling? What does your truth say? Who will I obey? Child, do you feel the difference? You are no longer a captive dragged by every current. You are a gatekeeper who listens, discerns, and chooses under my leadership. Stay here, breathe. This is how renewal happens. Not with one dramatic moment you hope will forever erase the hard, but with repeated return to truth until truth becomes your new instinct. Anxiety repeats lies because repetition shapes reflex. You will break its power by repeating mine. Let your mouth train your mind. Your brain is listening to your confession. Say it again over lie 1. You go before me. You prepare my way. I am not walking uncovered. Say it again over lie 2. With you, I can face what comes. Your strength meets me in weakness. Say it again over lie 3. My feelings can speak, but they do not decide. Your truth rules me. The enemy will try to distract you even now. A notification will blink. A memory will flash. A voice will mutter, "This is too simple." That's not insight. That's interference. That's warfare. I am not giving you something shallow. I am giving you something strong and repeatable. These confessions are not empty words. They are alignment. They reteach your body how safety feels. They retrain your thoughts to look for my footprints instead of disaster's shadow. They put your emotions in the proper place, honored, heard, and then shepherded under my peace. Hear me name you while you practice. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are being strengthened. Again, let me drive it deeper. You are not cursed. You are covered. You are not forgotten. You are seen and held. You are being strengthened, not to manage panic, but to walk in purpose with a sound mind. Your story is not the story of a fragile soul barely surviving. Your story is the story of a child learning to live under my governance with a mind that serves peace and a heart that trusts my hand. Take this into today's moments. When a headline tries to hijack your breath and whispers, "Something bad is about to happen," answer aloud, "My Father goes before me. I will not borrow fear." When a task looms and hisses, "You can't handle it," answer, "I will ask, I will obey, and you will supply. I am not alone." When a feeling swells and declares itself a verdict, answer, "You are a signal, not a judge. I will check this with God's truth." Speak it in your car. Whisper it at your sink. Write it on a scrap of paper if your hands are shaking. These aren't theatrics. This is training. This is how authority transfers from panic to my peace. Before this day ends, you will have a chance to use these words. Do not despise the small victories. When you catch the lie mid-sentence and replace it, when your chest softens a notch, when your shoulders drop a fraction, when your reply comes from trust instead of terror, mark it. Say, "That is your truth taking root in me. I am patient with your process and pleased with your progress. I am not grading you. I am growing you." Let us seal this section in your very mouth. Repeat after me and let the repetition become your refuge. You go before me. I am covered. Again. With you, I can face what comes. You supply what I lack. Again. My feelings can speak, but your truth decides. Your peace rules my mind. Now declare your identity with me. I am not cursed. I am not forgotten. I am being strengthened. One more time, slower. I am not cursed. I am not forgotten. I am being strengthened. Child, feel my hand on your head, my arm around your shoulders. I am not far. I am not fickle. I am faithful. Keep these words near. Put them on your tongue in the morning and on your pillow at night. When anxiety repeats its lies, you will answer with my truth until your mind learns a new song. And as you do, you will discover what I have said from the beginning. Your mind will not master you with fear. It will serve me with peace. Stay with me. We are moving from reaction to rule, from dread to trust, from noise to the knowing that I am with you, I am for you, and I am not letting go. Child, stay with me. Give me the next 24 hours with focused obedience. Do not scroll away. Do not postpone this to later. If you turn aside now, you will keep circling what I am ready to straighten. I am giving you instructions, not to burden you, but to cover you. Peace is not only something you feel, it is something you steward by boundaries, by small obediences, by returning to me again and again when thoughts grow loud. These next 24 hours are a holy reset. Follow me closely. I will go with you in every step. First instruction, guard your inputs. The stream you allow into your eyes and ears becomes the river that runs through your mind. If the headwaters are fed by fear, the current will carry anxiety straight into your chest. For the next 24 hours, close the gates that doom scrolling has blown open. No phone for the first 30 minutes of your morning with me and the last 30 minutes before sleep. Turn off notifications you do not truly need. Choose 2 short windows only when you will check the news or social updates, and do not exceed them. When your hand twitches to check again, whisper, "You are not my master, Father, cover me." That urge is a loop. This prayer interrupts it. Step out of conversations that feed dread, gossip, or catastrophe. You can be kind and still set a boundary. I need to protect my peace today. Can we talk about this another time? Replace the noise with nourishment. Let music that honors me fill the room. Let truth be read, even for a minute. Put my confessions back on your tongue. You go before me. With you, I can face what comes. My feelings can speak, but your truth decides. You are not emptying your day. You are replanting it. Guard the gate, child. What enters the mind feeds the battle. Second instruction, establish a peace practice rhythm. Brief resets morning, midday, and night. I am not asking for intensity. I am asking for consistency. Think of it as 3 candles you light to keep the room bright. Morning, before you rise, put your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly. Inhale, Father. Exhale, cover me. Say these words out loud. Your ears need to hear your own agreement with truth. You go before me. I am covered. With you, I can face what comes. You supply what I lack. My feelings can speak, but your truth decides. Your peace rules my mind. Picture my hand over your head, my presence as a roof over your day. Do not rush this. 90 seconds with me before every voice begins will do more than 30 minutes spent after panic has already set a fire. Midday, set an alarm with a gentle tone. When it sounds, wherever you are, pause for 60 to 90 seconds. Straighten your spine, unclench your jaw. Put both feet on the ground as if you are landing back in the present with me. Pray, Jesus, interrupt the loop. I return to your peace. Name one thing you are grateful for right then, and one thing you are tempted to dread. Then hand that dread to me. I place this in your hands. You are not wasting time. You are exchanging burdens. This is how you resist the slow build of anxiety that otherwise takes the afternoon hostage. Night. Before you close your eyes, hold your day up to me. Whisper, you kept me. Name 3 mercies you noticed. Name the place you struggled, and let me bless you with patience instead of shame. Then release the unfinished. I place these outcomes in your hands. Breathe again. Father, cover me. Let this be the last voice over your mind. It will teach your body to sleep under my wing. Third instruction, choose one obedient step you have been delaying. Anxiety often grows where obedience is postponed. It feeds on avoidance, multiplies in indecision, and swells in the shadows of later. Ask me right now, what is my one step? Wait quietly. The thought that rises may be simple. Send the email, make the doctor's call, submit the application, delete the app that keeps opening the door to fear. Apologize for the word you regret. Schedule the rest you keep denying. Throw away what tempts you to spiral. Set the budget line you avoid. Or begin the task that has sat like a mountain in your mind. Write the step down. Do it within these 24 hours or schedule it in a way that cannot be endlessly moved. Say out loud, I choose obedience over anxiety. I act with you, not with dread. As you move, expect the tremble. It is not evidence that you are wrong. It is evidence that strongholds feel threatened. I will meet you in motion. Capacity will rise as you step. Courage visits the ones who walk. Fourth instruction, replace isolation with one safe connection. Shame has been whispering, keep this to yourself. If they knew, they would leave. That is a lie designed to keep you alone in a battle meant to be fought in family. Choose one trusted person, someone who honors confidentiality, who prays, who will not turn your struggle into a spectacle. Reach out within the next 24 hours. You can say it simply, I am practicing new rhythms of peace today. My mind has been loud. Would you pray for me? I am guarding my inputs, doing one obedient step, and pausing morning, midday, and night to return to God's peace. Share the 3 confessions if you can. Ask them to check on you tomorrow. Light loves honesty. When this comes into the open with someone safe, the grip of shame slips. You are not a burden. You are a person being built. I place the solitary in families. Let me do that for you. Hear my warning and my comfort. When you change patterns, the enemy will try to change tactics. He will make your thoughts feel louder for a moment and label it failure. He will push urgency at you. Check now, fix it now, escape now, and try to convince you that pausing to pray is irresponsible. He will stir a sudden flood of reasons why the person you thought to text is too busy or will think less of you. He will suggest that if your body trembles while you do the obedient step, you must be making a mistake. That is not insight. That is interference. That's warfare. Do not interpret resistance as proof you are losing. Interpret it as proof you are reclaiming ground. When the wave rises, you do what we have practiced. Turn, breathe, confess truth, and continue. Do not start the day over. Just start the next minute over. I am not grading you. I am growing you. I am patient with your process and fierce toward what torments you. Listen carefully to my strategy for interruptions. When the urge to doom scroll hits, do not only say no. Replace it. Stand. Change rooms if you can. Drink water slowly and speak, you go before me. I will not borrow fear. When fear-fed conversation begins, do not absorb it silently. Set a boundary kindly or shift the subject to hope, to solutions, to prayer. When isolation calls, do not answer it with more isolation. Send the text before you overthink it. When the obedient step seems to swell into a mountain, break it into the next stone. Make the call, write the first line, take the first 10 minutes. Little doors open into large rooms. Forward is forward. Child, do you feel my steadiness under these instructions? I am not asking you to conquer a year. I am leading you through the next 24 hours. Before this day ends, you will notice markers of my peace responding to your stewardship. A breath that comes easier where it normally catches, a thought that quiets when it normally shouts, a conversation that shifts toward truth. a tiny victory where you used to surrender. Mark it. Say, "This is your peace being kept in me. This is your order returning to my mind. Add my identity over you. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not ruled by fear. You are ruled by my peace." Now take your pen or open a note and write these 4 lines. 1. Inputs I will guard today, list them. 2. My peace practice times, morning, midday, night. 3. My one obedient step, name it, I will do it at. 4. My safe connection, name, I will reach out by A. Do this with me. Do not delay. Delayed obedience is a door left ajar for anxiety to enter and sit. Close the door gently but firmly. I am standing on the other side with you. Stay with me within these boundaries. When you keep watch over what comes in, when you return to me on schedule, when you act where you have avoided, and when you let love in through a trusted person, you are not just surviving, you are training your mind to serve my peace. I am here in every reset. I am here in every small yes. I am here when the noise tries to rise again. Peace is not a mood that visits the lucky. It is a kingdom you tend with me. Tend it now, child. I am covering you, I am guiding you, and I am not letting go. Child, stay with me. Do not minimize this moment. This is a line in the sand. I am declaring it over you now. The season of being dragged by panic is breaking. The season of being led by my spirit is beginning. This is not sentiment. This is a transfer of authority. Your mind will not be a throne for fear. It will be a servant of my peace. You are not being trained to cope. You are being renewed so your mind can serve your purpose, not sabotage it. Hear me. I am appointing this as your turning point. The enemy will try to tell you it is just another encouraging message that fades tomorrow. That is not insight. That is interference. That's warfare. Refuse the belittling voice. Take hold of what I am giving you. I am placing my hand upon your head and speaking order to your thoughts. I am commissioning your attention to become an altar where my peace rests. I am settling the stormy places, not by removing all weather around you, but by establishing a new climate within you. See it with me now. See the morning differently. You open your eyes and your first breath is steadier. Before the old reflex reaches for a screen, your hand rests over your heart and you whisper, "Father, cover me." The room feels less like a battleground and more like a sanctuary because you have chosen to meet me first. The list in your mind is still long, but it no longer sits on your chest. It sits in my hands. Your pace is unhurried on the inside, even if the calendar is full. You make coffee without bracing for punishment. You feel me near. See midday. The moment your thoughts begin to crowd, your alarm whispers, and you return. You straighten your spine, drop your shoulders, let your jaw unclench and say, "Jesus, interrupt the loop." You name a gratitude, you name a dread and place it in my hands. What used to spiral for hours breaks in seconds. Your body learns a new path back to peace, not because fear never knocks, but because you have taught your mind who answers the door. See the conversation that used to hijack you. Someone's worry, someone's tone, a headline, a bill. You feel the wave begin, but now you know what to do. You speak truth under your breath. You set a boundary kindly. You choose one obedient action instead of rehearsing outcomes. You do not disappear into your head. You remain present with me. Your focus clears. Your words soften. Your courage steadies. You feel dignity return to the places where dread used to make you small. See the evening. You do not judge yourself for what is unfinished. You entrust it. You rehearse mercies, not mistakes. Your pillow meets a mind that is learning to release. Sleep visits more readily because you have laid down the weapons of control, and picked up the practice of surrender. This, child, is wholeness in motion, ordinary life lived under extraordinary covering. Now hear me speak to your purpose. I did not design your brilliance to be muzzled by dread. I did not give you tenderness to be weaponized against you by shame. I did not place vision in you for it to be suffocated by overthinking. I am renewing your mind so your calling can breathe. You will think strategically without spiraling. You will create without catastrophizing. You will lead without needing to control every outcome. You will love people without absorbing their panic. You will study without self-contempt. You will parent, serve, build, write, sing, teach, decide, with a sound mind that serves you instead of sabotaging you. The insights I have put in you will not be trapped behind clenched teeth. They will flow. The compassion I formed in you will not drown you. It will bless others without burning you out. Your mind, child, will be a skilled assistant to your destiny, not a saboteur at the gate. And when anxiety tries to flare again, and it will try, because warfare responds to any ground taken, you will not name it failure. You will call it what it is, a signal. You will do what we have practiced. Interrupt the loop. Guard the inputs. Return to the 3 confessions. Take the next obedient step. Reach for the safe connection. Do not throw away your progress because your body trembled for a moment. A trembling moment does not cancel a transformed pattern. Do not start the day over, simply start the next minute over. I am not grading you, I am growing you. I am not disappointed in you, I am defending you. Your story is entering a testimony chapter. What tried to silence you will become proof that I restore minds, not just manage symptoms. The scars that shame used to point at will become markers that say, this is where God met me. This is where peace learned my name. You will sit with others in their panic and show them the path you have walked. The confessions that broke dread's rhythm, the boundaries that guarded your gates, the simple obediences that thinned the fog, the honest text that broke isolation. The comfort you receive now will become comfort you can give. The tools you are practicing will become tools you can place in another's hands. Light will multiply. Let me rename you as I commission you. You are not fragile, you are fortified. You are not a prisoner, you are a gatekeeper. You are not scattered, you are set apart. You are not ruled by dread, you are ruled by my peace. You are not cursed, you are covered. You are not forsaken, you are favored. I sanctify your attention. I bless your cognition with clarity. I steady your nervous system under my hand. I silence counterfeit voices and elevate my voice above them all. I clothe you in salvation-mindedness. I gird you with truth. I place in your grip the shield of trust that extinguishes fiery accusations. I touch your tongue so your confessions align with my heart. I anoint your imagination to picture outcomes with me instead of against me. I appoint your mind to serve my call on your life. If your heart agrees, make a marker in this moment. Say it out loud where you are, then write it so your will joins your words. In the comments, declare, "Renew my mind," or "I receive peace." Let it be your altar stone, a simple public yes that tells fear, "You are not my master," and tells your own soul, "We belong to peace." Do it now. Do not delay. The enemy hates these small obediences because they build holy momentum. That tug to wait is not wisdom, that is warfare. Answer it with surrender. Hear my promise over your timeline. Before this weekend's, you will notice patterns of quiet where there used to be constant noise. Within the next stretch of days, the resets will feel more natural and the spirals less automatic. Over the coming weeks, you will look back and remark, "I do not recognize the way I used to think." Not because life became effortless, but because you learned to return quickly, to choose truth repeatedly, to live covered continually. You will look back and say, "That was the day everything changed." This is that day. This is that shift. I am faithful to finish what I start. Stay with me at this threshold. Let the hope you feel right now turn into practice by nightfall. Let the practice by nightfall harden into patterns by the coming weeks. I am with you in each repetition. I am not far. I am not fickle. I am your Father, and I delight to give you a sound mind. Prepare your heart, child. In the next moments I will seal this peace in prayer over your thoughts, your breath, your body, and your days. Be still with me. Open your hands. Your turning point has begun. Child, stay with me and be still. Put one hand over your chest and feel the rise and fall of your breath. Slow it. Inhale and whisper, Father. Exhale and whisper, cover me. Again, do not rush. This is the place where I seal what I have spoken. Give me permission now. I do not need your perfection. I need your permission. Open the gates of your mind and say, Come, Lord, rule here. I am near to the broken and the breathless. I draw close to you now. I am covering you. I spread my peace over your thoughts, like a banner and a roof. I speak to the racing places and I say, Be still. I speak to the loop that keeps replaying and I say, Stop. I speak to the inner critic that prosecutes you after every conversation and I say, Silence. Child, in my name, I cut the cords of agreements you made with fear when you were exhausted, when you were shamed, when you were small and trying to survive. I break the contracts signed in panic. I cancel the vows that said, If I control everything, I will be safe. You are safe in me. I take the burden of control from your shoulders. I return your breath to its rightful owner. Breathe again. Receive. I lay my hand upon your mind. I bless the highways of your thoughts with order. I rebuke the traffic jam of dread. I dismantle the scaffolding of catastrophizing. I declare that intrusive thoughts will not rule you. They will pass through like clouds while my sun remains. I appoint my peace as a guard at the gate of your heart and your mind. Not the thin kind of peace that depends on circumstances, but the deep kind that outlasts your understanding. My peace will stand post when your reasons are spent. My peace will hold its ground when explanations fail. I speak calm governance over your inner world, calm that is not apathy, calm that is authority. I am healing you. I am not just touching the surface where symptoms appear. I am going to the roots. I am touching the old memories that still ache under the skin of your thoughts. The nights you could not stop crying, the weeks you could not sleep, the years you performed while terrified inside. I am entering the rooms you locked because the past still smelled like smoke. I speak over your nervous system. You do not have to live on emergency mode. I speak over your memory. No more weaponizing your past against your present. I take the sting out of those scenes. I will not erase your story. I will rewrite how it holds you. Instead of dread, there will be dignity. Instead of shame, there will be wisdom. Instead of panic, there will be presence. I am healing you. I gather the shards of sleepless nights, and I fashion a new pattern of rest. Where your body learned to brace at midnight, I teach it to release. I hush the hypervigilance that wakes you at 3 a.m. and hands you disaster to plan for. I draw a circle of fire around your bed, and I station my angels concerning you. Your dreams belong to me. Your nights belong to me. Your breathing will find a slower rhythm. Your mind will loosen its grip on tomorrow's storms. You will lie down and be kept. My child, let me tuck your thoughts into peace. I speak to the dread of the future that camps at the edge of your decisions. The what-ifs that shout, the scenarios that multiply, the outcomes you rehearse to avoid pain. I step into that courtroom and I overrule fear. I pronounce a new law over your mind. Hope. Hope that is not naive. Hope that is anchored in me. I do not promise a life without waves. I promise to be the Lord over them. I do not promise every door you desire. I promise the right doors at the right time. I do not promise control. I promise covering. I remind you. I go before you and behind you. I stand beside you. I hem you in with my love. I address the voice of self-condemnation that has become too familiar, that mutter that says you are always behind, always too much, always not enough. I call that voice a liar now. I wash your inner dialogue with mercy. I put gentleness on your tongue when you speak to yourself. I teach you to narrate your day with grace. I am learning. I am growing. I am covered. I remove the hook of shame that makes you rehearse every misstep as an identity. You are not your mistake. You are not your anxious episode. You are not your worst day. You are mine. Hear my promises. I am pressing into your mind. My peace will not wait for all understanding to arrive before it settles. It will guard you while you learn, while you decide, while you heal. I will set a watch over your heart and your thoughts, like a city kept by faithful sentries. As you bring me your mind again and again, I will renew it, and a renewed mind does not stay confused. It begins to discern. You will learn what is good, what is life-giving, what is fitting in each season. You will sense what aligns with me and what does not, and you will choose more quickly. This is not self-help. This is my spirit teaching your mind to walk in step with truth. Now, child, let me seal this peace with your agreement. Place your hand again upon your chest. Inhale, Father. Exhale, cover me. Whisper after me. I break agreement with fear. I release the need to control. I welcome your peace to govern my mind. My feelings can speak, but your truth decides. Say it slowly. Say it truly. Say it as often as you need. I lean close to listen. I crown your confession with power. I pour oil on old wounds. I pour rest into ravaged places. I rekindle joy where laughter was rationed. I return lightness to the parts of you that forgot how to play, how to imagine with me instead of against me. I restore color to a world anxiety made gray. Joy will not mean you deny pain. Joy will mean you are not defined by it. Rest will not mean you do less than your life requires. Rest will mean you are carried while you do it. I am healing you. I bless the gates of your day. Morning, I claim you. No voice will enter before mine. Midday, I anchor you. When loops begin, you will return. Night, I quiet you. Your last thought will be trust, not tallying what is unfinished. I assign angels to accompany your steps. I drape your home with my shalom, wholeness, order, safety. I decree that sudden spikes of fear will meet a practiced liturgy of peace in you, and they will dissolve more quickly as days pass. I decree that the ground you have gained will be protected. I decree that confusion will not reign in your decisions. I decree that your body will remember peace more easily. I decree that my voice will become familiar and counterfeit voices will fade. Listen to me and receive your commissioning. I am sending you from this moment awake and covered. You will carry a sentence like a sword and a staff. When anxiety rises, when the loop tries to start, when control reaches for you, speak this aloud and mean it. My mind is not my master. God is my shepherd. Let that line become a path under your feet. Let it be your first response, not your last resort. It will shepherd your attention back to me. It will place your thoughts under authority again. It will open the door for my peace to rule. Child, this seal is not fragile. It does not depend on your flawless performance. It is anchored in my covenant love. Still, you must guard what I am giving you. If you feel the tug to dismiss this as a feeling that will fade, recognize it. That is not insight. That is interference. That's warfare. Answer it with your sentence. Answer it with your 3 confessions. Answer it with 1 obedient step. Answer it with the text to a safe friend, and then rest. Do not start the day over. Start the next minute over. I am not grading you. I am growing you. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let the heaviness slide to the ground. I gather what you cannot carry. I bless what you can. I sanctify your attention. I steady your breath. I quiet your heart. I lay my hand on your head, and I speak a sound mind over you. You are not forgotten. You are seen. You are mine. You are not cursed. You are blessed. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not ruled by dread. You are ruled by my peace. Agree with me now. Whisper Amen where you are. Write your sentence where you will see it. Say it once more over your own life. My mind is not my master. God is my shepherd. I seal this peace upon you. I seal this rest within you. I seal this turning point behind you and before you. Walk in it. Keep it. Share it. And when you lay down tonight, remember, I am here. I will keep you. I delight to give you a sound mind.